Welcome back to TalkNorth.com. Thank you for listening. If you can, please download before you listen. It helps our business. I'd also like to thank our producer, Brandon Morton, and let you know if you'd like to sponsor this program or any of the programs on the network, you can reach me at jsouhan47@gmail.com. This is really strange. We're recording this show near a basketball court. Michael, have you ever seen a basketball court before?
No, I did cover the Miami Heat for a very brief time in Florida, and the weirdest part of covering the Heat was, and I'm sure it's the same way with the Wolves, is that like they practice and you're kind of kept in like a cattle car. Then all of a sudden, 15 minutes left in practice when they're just shooting around, they bring you in there and you get the coach and all that stuff. So. You're right. We're outside Target Center here, and it's my first time being in this Mayo Clinic Square, which looks awesome. And so I looked in the windows there, and there's the basketball court. I'm like, wow, is that where they practice?
That is where they practice, Michael.
So it's pretty cool. I'm staring at the Target Center. Pretty awesome. Yeah. I like the renovations.
Yeah, well, I don't really. I mean, the practice facility is really nice.
Yeah.
Obviously, I come over here and do the show with Cheryl Reeve all the time. Target Center is not ever going to be one of the great basketball arenas in America, but they've dressed it up enough. It's pleasant. It works, and it's a great location downtown. But anyway, tell me about your recent locations.
I like the Target Center, too. I have a soft spot because I know Jeff Kerr, the GM of the Target Center. I think he's still GM of the Target Center. He used to be at a lot of the local music venues down here, and so I got to meet him. And so it looks awesome. And I've been to that. Friends of mine have courts right on the floor, so I've sat there a couple times and been to that club that we're staring at right now. Have you ever been there?
I've not.
Oh my God, it's not good for the diet. I'll tell you that.
I thought you were going to say it's like a party scene.
No, it's pretty awesome in there. I forget what they call it. So, trip to Europe was awesome. Went to Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein. And Liechtenstein is essentially like Monaco. It's a municipality. They have an active royalty that the prince and the princess live in the fortress that overlooks this little city that's on one like square block essentially. So that was pretty neat. Kind of between going Austria and Switzerland, and it started in Munich. It was awesome. I had a free day with my mom and Vicky and Clyde actually, and that was really cool. Just walking around the city and kind of went to a Mercedes dealership that's 4 stories. I have like every model of Mercedes like ever.
How many did you buy?
There. And it was like I've never been in anything like this place. So that was cool. Went to the Hoffer House. Ran into PJ Fenton at the Hoffer House. What are the chances?
Really?
Yeah. So that was.
He's stalking you, isn't he?
Or maybe vice versa.
No.
So he played in Germany for a long time. So he was there with his daughter and his
Just tell
his
him
wife.
To come to Tin Shed.
We should actually have him to Tin Shed. And so he was at the Hoffer House with his family, and he was visiting friends. And it started off in Sweden. And wound up in Germany for a while, and so he was on vacation. So that was pretty neat to again, what are the chances that you're gonna? I knew he was gonna be there, but what are the chances that you're gonna at the same exact time be at the Hoffer House, right? So, have you know what the Hoffer House is? It's this gigantic beer hall. I mean, it's like it's just insane. It's pretty much community seating, crazy menu, pretzel lady running around, beer. Live music.
What's a pretzel lady?
Like a woman that goes around with a basket of the pretzel's the size of...
I was hoping it wasn't the female version of Elephant Man.
No, it is big pretzels. And then the next day, the whole group came, and we went right to... they were all tired getting off, and we went right to Dachau, a concentration camp, really the first one. So it was kind of an emotional beginning for them. At least we were rested and sort of ready for that. And then we took a tour of Munich, went to the Hoffer House, went to this one beer place that actually PJ Fenton recommended. It's his favorite beer in the world. We go there, and the greatest thing happened in the world. Anthony LaPanta and the waitress, they didn't hit it off. This waitress could not have been meaner and angrier with Lepanto. She was so perceptive.
I love it.
She was like, I'm like, welcome to my world. Isn't he the most obnoxious?
Well, she's just being a waitress while she gets her psychologist.
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny. And there was a woman on the trip, Annette, who round 2 went in with the waitress. She was not happy. She comes over finally, and Anthony had his beer on just the picnic table, and she takes his beer, throws a coaster down, and slams his beer back on the coaster. And Anthony was like, "What is going on here?" It was so crazy bizarre.
But doesn't he get that reaction everywhere?
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm like, exactly. She immediately pegged what type of personality Anthony is. So that was really funny. Not to bring us through the whole trip, because I'm sure July 31st.
Before you get to the rest of the trip, before you get to the rest of the
sponsors,
let us. This is the Russo-Souhan Show. It's really the Russo Show. I just throw my name in there for the hell of it. Thanks to
for the marketing. Sell it.
Thanks to all of our sponsors, including Twill and the Edina Galleria. I've been wearing it pretty much nothing but Twill lately, the Johnny O, the Peter Millar, and all that. Thanks to Fixology Repair, fixologyrepair.com. Tony Hoaglund, your State Farm agent in Champlin. Bitesquad.com. Use the promo code TALKNORTH for your first delivery fee waived. And Tin Shed, your favorite pizza and beer joint in Savage, Minnesota. Our next live show is 7 o'clock on July 31st. 7 o'clock, July 31st. Only doing one live show this month, and then we'll pick up again more next month. Come on down and visit us. We'll have it was a huge crowd last time we did a live show. Huge crowd. It's a blast. We really appreciate their help. And by the way, while we're talking about it, check out Twill and the Edina Galleria. I've been by there a few times lately, and they just always have such cool new stuff. I'm here with my wife, Stacy. We went to Twill in the Edina Galleria the other day. We saw Scott Dayton, and I bought the nicest sport jacket I've ever owned, the most comfortable pants I've ever owned. They're Bracks. A nice pair of loafers that I can wear to the ballpark. I think they're called Tracks. And I bought a bunch of Stenstrom short sleeve shirts to go with my Stenstrom nice dress shirts. And, I used to wear just disposable clothes. Now when I buy something, I buy it at Twill. I know it's going to last me the rest of my life, and it's going to be comfortable.
And on top of that, it's not just the best stuff you've ever had, but it's really everyday things that you can wear and that will fit all occasions.
Yeah, I've worn the Stenstrom short sleeve shirts every day this week. When I dress up or even just want to look nice at a game or a Lynx game or something, I wear the Stenstrom dress shirts. But really, the Bracks pants are the most comfortable I've ever worn. They are more comfortable than jeans. I never thought I'd have anything more comfortable than a broken-in pair of jeans.
And he keeps saying that, Scott, so thank you very much.
Twill in the Edina Galleria, twillmn.com, Twill on Instagram. All right, continue with your minute-by-minute chronology of the trip.
So went right then to Salzburg, which is just an awesome place, birthplace of Mozart. Just a beautiful country. I went to a place called Hallstatt. My mom missed the boat.
And you mean literally, not figuratively.
Yeah. But luckily, a guy named Chris, who listens to every one of our podcasts, he missed the boat too. So they got to spend a lot of time together, a lot of quality time. Chris and my mom.
Did you record it?
No.
Episode?
But just a beautiful, insane. Some of these places you're just in awe of. Switzerland was funny. Brian and Andy and their wives, Claudine and Karen, were there, and it was always really fun. Especially when one night we were walking back to the hotel from Salzburg. I was leading the way, leading it wrong. Couldn't get the GPS to really help figure us out. Finally, Gianni, Anthony's daughter, who's in Bosnia working at an orphanage this summer, she busted in 15 hours. She helped lead us back, but it was a little concerning when we turned down this dark alley and a black cat walked in front of us. The first of many black cats, by the way, that walked in front of us throughout the trip, which was a little eerie. Went up to Eagle's Nest, which, it was basically Hitler's sort of place where he had dignitaries and things like that in Austria. That was, again, you forget where you are, and the views up there are just insane. Then we went over to Innsbruck, where the 1976 Olympics, and I think one other Olympics were there. Went up a mountain there. That was just absolutely gorgeous. Went to, also in Salzburg, this incredible beer garden, like nothing you have in the States. It's in a monastery. You walk in and picture like what would be food trucks. Only they have concession stands all throughout this monastery, and then you go and you pay for different size beer stein. They have one beer. So you either get a half liter or a liter beer stein, I believe it is. You pay, you go up, you get it full, and then you go outside to this just vast beer garden under trees, community seating, just beautiful night. Even though I went up the fortress that day and I was convinced a storm was coming, but Brian, who is our resident weatherman on the trip, he knew right away it wasn't going to rain, and that pissed me off because I was convinced the storm was rolling in. You had to be there.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to people getting mad at Lepanta.
Yeah. And then we went to Lucerne, and Lucerne's just gorgeous, and had some incredible meals. But we went on day 2 in Lucerne. We went to what they call at the top of Europe, and you go up 11,333 feet. And it is, I mean, I'm not a spiritual person by nature, but you go up there and you're in awe of this planet. You're above the clouds. You're looking down at the mountain. Snow peaks. People that are walking on the snow by these crazy caves that if you fall in, you're done. You're up that high and you are lightheaded and you kind of feel it in your chest. We walked in a glacier, through these holes that they carved out, and you're just like, how do you even dream of building something like this? You take this crazy steep train up, and then you get off at a stop, and you go another 5,000, 6,000 feet through the mountain that they carved to get up to this peak up there. It's just insane. It's the most incredible thing I've ever done in my life, and I've done some incredible travel in my life. But it was just a fabulous trip. So, Defined Destinations, who you originally hooked me up with, this was my 3rd trip with Michael Kenny. We're already planning next year's, and we're gonna we have so many ideas of potential trips next year, and so hopefully when we announce all that, people will come.
Let's get to hockey. What's the first thing I should know about what's going on in the hockey world? Because
my God.
When I don't talk to you, what?
Elliot Friedman just reported Jacob Trouba signs with the Rangers at 8 years times 7. Good luck with that.
Wow.
Would you not rather have Matt Dumba on his contract?
Wow.
Holy mackerel. Jesus Christ.
All right, you know what? Let's get to hockey. We do want to thank Fixology Repair, fixologyrepair.com, Mall of America, downtown here in Minneapolis in the Skyway, not very far from where we are right now. New shop in St. Paul in the Skyway, fixologyrepair.com. Bring them anything, any kind of gadget, any kind of device, watch, and you can buy new stuff there too. They have really cool accessories. They have great watches out at the Mall of America shop in particular, fixologyrepair.com.
There are some things in life that you just can't live without. Now, whether it's a special piece of jewelry, a watch, or even your smartphone, you want it in working condition. At Fixology Repair, we are committed to restoring your pieces so that everything works or fits the way it ought to. Watch servicing, chain repair, and broken screen replacements are just a few of the services that we offer at our 2 locations, Mall of America and the Skyway in downtown Minneapolis. Please visit us at fixologyrepair.com or at fixologymn on Twitter to learn more. Mention this ad and get a 10% discount on our services.
We should have done our podcast from there.
Jim. We should. We got to do that.
We've done one before, but we should have done it today. I mean, just, popped into Fixology. Hello, we're here.
Well, it's a good way to get arrested.
Yeah.
Any other hockey news you want to get to? We have a lot of Twitter questions.
No, I mean, nothing's really going on with the Wild right now. They've re-signed Ryan Donato. They re-signed Carson Soucy and Nico Sturm to 2-way contracts still to come.
How are those guys going to feel when they listen to this podcast and you say nothing's going on, they just signed these 3 guys?
Well, I mean, restricted free agents is just a matter of it's going to get done type thing. So next up is Hunter Warner, Louis Belpedio, and then the NHL guys, Yul Eriksson Ek and Kevin Fiala. Those guys should, if they get roughly what their comparables would be, it'd be about 3.5 and 1.5-ish. So that would be about $5 million. They have $7.6 million worth of cap space left. And then it's just figuring out what the team is going to be. I've put the depth chart on the Athletic a lot the last couple weeks. And right now it's just a convoluted looking lineup. So it's a matter of who's going to make the team, what position they're going to play. A lot of jigsaw puzzles that are going to have to be assembled correctly in training camp by Bruce Boudreau. And they only have, I believe it is 6 preseason games. So they are going to have to really quickly figure out, their lineup going into camp. I think there's going to be a lot of experimenting, as Bruce has called it, a Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
Which his son is an expert at doing.
Really?
By the way. Yeah.
Okay, so
Brady.
It sounded like a negative to me. Maybe it's
well,
just a
if
positive.
Brady was doing that should have been the joke, because I should have told him, well, then have Brady do it. Because Brady could figure out a Rubik's Cube in like 5 seconds, honestly. So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever figured it out.
yeah, he's got a gazillion of them. Should have read the feature in The Athletic on Brady last September.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.